Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacaster with me, your host Imperial Dane, Master Propaganda Hero, Psych Defender of the Fatherland, of hitting exciting 1 vs 1 on Arnhem Checkpoint. Between the south, we got here Talisman, fighting for Germany. The Wehrmacht, the 3rd Panzer Division from the north, we got Luvnest, fighting here for the Soviet Union, Socialism. Rolling out here for the 5th Mechanized Corps, and we're looking at Ostrov, Jäger Armor and Jäger Infantry, with machine gun, sniper and mine buttons versus Luvnest Guard Rifle, Mechanized Support and Armored Assault, with Sniper, Guards Rifle and Infantry Bulletins there for Luvnest. He goes for a support company alongside his infantry, so there'll probably be some early maxims to try and keep Talisman's infantry in check. Talisman aims for the more conventional Grenadier MG42 opening. I also got a first doctor choice here within the first minute of the game, and it is Guard Rifle here for Luvnest. Opening up for KU1 tanks, Scout Riflemen, submachine guns, howitzers, and air support. And there you go, maximum out here for Luvnest. So now an opening that slightly reflects Talisman's opening. Infantry and machine gun, of course, there's some slight changes and differences in how it actually operates. Constantly pushing for the center there, engaging the pioneers. MD4 continues moving eastwards, MD4 prop support in the center, trying to keep Luvnest occupied there. Maxim almost done for Luvnest, and there we go, Maxim out. Hitting the cut-off point there, that of course still needs to get the fuel. MD4 took around the church, pioneers being hit. MD4 took the current from the conscripts occupy the nearby house. Grenadiers just continuing up eastwards. He could go for another Grenadier squad now. He of course might be planning for an early sniper here versus Luvnest, though obviously snipers versus the Russians are not so efficient say versus the British or the Americans due to their larger numbers. But that's not to say the snipers are useless, just less effective. But there you go, Talisman is opting there for a sniper after his Grenadier and MG42 here versus Luvnest. Luvnest now going for one, so you got maximum cons there engaging, and there you go. Looks like the country just not actually popping bang, so that's going to engage the MG42 there, so he's going to be able to get a lot more firepower down on the MG42, and the MG42 will likely be forced out eventually here simply due to sheer raw firepower. But we do get one grenade squad moving in, but that does mean he's not going to be able to secure the fuel here, so Talisman risks falling a bit behind Luvnest in the resource wars if he's not careful. Sniper almost done. 2nd unit squad there for Luvnest, an interesting choice there. MG42 down to half health already. Maxim just keeps blasting away there, doing damage. Sniper round, there you go, the MG42 forced out of the church. And Maxim needs to switch over to the Grenadiers next to it. And there you go, popping into the church about avoiding just head-on moves. Not bad. Sniper though reveals herself and takes up Petra with a well-placed shot to the brain. Heading the fuel point there with the pioneers finally. 2nd Grenadier squad on the way there for Talisman. In the meanwhile though, he is losing control of the centre here to Luvnest, who's just pushing in, but also making better advances on the west side of the map. 2nd Grenadier squad there done for Talisman. Conscripts hanging about, Maxim slightly shifting position, slightly better coverage now of the centre, though he's not popping into the church. He probably doesn't want to be too easy a target for Talisman Sniper. And there you go, finally got the fuel here, but meanwhile Luvnest just securing more and more territory. That is interesting going for double conscripts, double engineers. I mean, the more engineers just allow him to more quickly get something on the field and secure territory. Though of course it does mean he's going to have less conscripts equipped with submachine guns right away once he gets there. Though of course it could be he's just planning on using Guards Riflemen. Flamethrowers on the way there for Luvnest. But he's opening up, moving up there slowly. Sniper not quite there, able to take a shot. Maxim just hanging about here, acting as an area of denial tool. Now going MG42 back inside the church, slightly reinforced. And there you go, flamethrowers up, burning out the Grenadiers. Bit of bad news there for Talisman. And Sniper lands another kill so far. 7 kills, not bad at all. And there you go, Engineers close to being wiped out. He needs to retreat immediately. And there's a chance they could actually suffer a wipe. There we go, annihilated. Sniper got a kill into the back there of Sergei. So that worked out. And then there goes actually using sustained fire, allowing the Maxim just to do more damage overall. Pushing out the MD42 that's going to have to fall back himself. Nice use of the ability. I think that's actually the first time I've seen someone use the sustained fire ability on the Maxim machine gun as well. Now that I think about it. Luvnest going for a replacement unit squad. Other than sneak about here on the left flank. So now with the exposed, we can see Talisman's falling back. Is Talisman taking up? He is now. He's also building a medic bunker. Not a bad choice. He could certainly do with a bit of healing. He could also do with the doctrine. And far, far up north, their pioneers have been thwarted in the advances by conscript squad. So now Luvnest has pretty much got the entire map open to himself, as Talisman is desperately seeking to get back onto it. But 11 kills from the sniper, that's definitely not bad. We got mines down there. Special rifle command up for Luvnest. Luvnest might be going for a counter sniper, some scout cars. He's not trying to take up fast for some lighter vehicles. That's interesting to note there from Luvnest. Flare check mine down there kills Otto as a rocket goes up straight through his boot and his skull. And before to this point, the gun leaves not had much success. We've got gun leaves for sniper support moving up the east side. Bit of damage down there. Engineers wiring off the fountain to ensure the fascists cannot drink from its waters. But you know, just use it for cover. Benson's one for the MG42. Maxim slowly up towards the east side. Gun leaves slowly advancing, but they quickly found themselves outnumbered here by Luvnest forces. And the Maxim could of course prove to be another pain in the posterior. But so far, the Talisman is not really making much progress. He's trying to push through the centre where Luvnest is dug in reasonably well. On the east side, he's not putting much pressure on it. So, Talisman is so far a bit stalled. He definitely should consider some light vehicles or some panzer gun DC versus Luvnest. Panzer guns in particular, I think, would be a good choice. We've got flare mines down here as well, in front of the church. But at the same time, an angle where Talisman can't see. And there you go. He bypasses the Gundis, so just straight for the sniper, causing a full retreat there. As obviously, without the sniper, the Gundis don't stand a snowball's chance in hell. Mines going up there. Mortar. No, cancel the mortar. Is it perhaps Panzer Gunner he's planning here? Or is it light vehicles? What will Talisman do? There you go. Panzer Gunner dealer. Hangman the third. Panzer Division. Mines, they're almost done. Cut-off secured as well. Mines up on the victory point as well. You can see now Talisman basically realising that's not going to work out. So instead he realises, alright, the west is actually open. I'm going to push up the west. Force Luvnest to abandon his positions to try and defend that. Or give me the west. So obviously that's not a bad idea at all, though of course he has to then keep the cut-off point here secure somewhat, otherwise it's not going to matter too much. But it's definitely, I think, the overall sounder tactical approach there by Talisman. Catches Luvnest a bit off guard, and again just allows him to set up better positions, forcing Luvnest to attack into that. So that's pretty good. He seems to be slightly keeping up some pressure. They maybe can use Justice Spake to then make a smaller, less committed push up the east to also make gains. We'll have to see how this works out, but not bad so far. Panzer then moving up the west side. He's interesting enough going straight for the fuel, and there you go. Got constant head range and then 4-2 sniper supporting there as well, and Squad Boris immediately finds itself with its heads down in the dirt. But there you go, Gundy's got cut right, there you go. He doesn't have the sniper, which should be able to move the Gundy's to deal with the sniper pushing it away there. And these we've got Gundy's moving up the sniper support there. Sniper getting some kills and engineers by the fuel point. Gundy's advancing, and there you go. We got Jaeger infantry also allowing him to sprint, which will allow him to better catch up with snipers as it comes down to it. He needs to push back. Defending the fuel point there. Good work. And almost got his eastern fuel point there reconnected. Panzer Gunner is so far just slowly securing, but not making too much progress either. Trying to slightly ensure he doesn't sustain a clear line of fire for the snipers there. Good work. Pioneer's pushing for the fuel point there. So overall, very nice tactical approach in this case. Punishing Luvnest for actually overfocus on the centre. And, you know, leaving his forces very static there. So very good play there by Talisman. Very good. We got guards rather than one there for Luvnest now. And he should be able to equip them with light machine guns eventually. Sprint here could be good, could allow him to catch the snipers off guard. Fuel point running neutral. We'll probably have to retreat the pioneers, get some panzer guns in there to do the work instead. But instead they're moving towards the centre. Still, that should disrupt Luvnest's fuel income, though he's still got plenty. In fact, he can still tech for some light vehicles right now if he wants to. Though so far it's not showing any sign of it. Talisman not taking it, obviously. He could go for Jaeger command squad though. And there you go, guards are moving in, snipers actually all the way back there, so they won't be able to immediately join in the fun. And Talisman follows up with a mortar, a Granatenwerfer. So some aggressive harassment there from Talisman, having, I think, a rather decided effect against Luvnest, and, you know, punishing for just sitting on his ass with his thumbs there in the centre. Take over there for Talisman, going to try and take advantage of this to push it, though of course Luvnest still has more fuel if he were to try and maybe push for a medium armor. He might actually be quite, I think, successful at it, partly due to the harassment that Talisman was able to actually enact versus Luvnest. But a T70 rush could pay off there for Luvnest. But even then, that's a bit slow now. But he's got the tech going on there. Actually, even then, he could probably still get away with pushing out a T-34-76 faster than Talisman could get out of Panzer IV if he can reclaim the fuel, that is. If he can't, the Talisman's chance of getting out of tank first increases quite exponentially, and that means he's got the advantage there. Guardsman's the MD-42 Grenadiers need to fall back in east there. Panzer Grenadiers securing the fuel for the fatherland. With Pioneers ready to burn out the Maxim. Looks like Luvnest spots it and positions his Maxim. The mortar fire there is probably not going to increase his desire to stay at that position. Machine gun though needs to... Oh, he's going to lose it here, I think. Yeah. Too low health there. Enemy got rations moving in. Talisman pushing his MD-42 crew too far. Oh! Gets the enemy sniper team though with his own sniper. And I think he did that with a combo shot there. Basically regular shot follow up and then he'd send the explosion around. Very good work there by Talisman. Very good work. I'm not entirely sure if he actually used the MD-42 as bait for that or not. But either way, that was pretty skillfully done there. Either way, got Luvnest sniper. Pretty good work there. Pretty good work there by Talisman. For sure. Panzer is falling back. Going Guinea's cuts because we got submachine guns up there for Luvnest. The PPSH-41. Another MD-42 there for Talisman and the German army. And car pumping hit again. Flare trip man's going down there from Luvnest. Good work. Good work. Mortar fire here. No smoke screen. Gonna leave MD-42 moving westwards. Gonna leave sniper moving eastwards. Conscript just charging forwards. Obviously trying to catch us now and then. Just making do with the Grenadiers there. Hitting the dirt. And in the west, Guardsman suppressed, pinned down in fact. Forcing a swift retreat there from Luvnest. Mechanized armor company up. Still no support crop here from Talisman. And it's certainly looking like here Luvnest will be able to get out of T-34-76 faster than Talisman and get out of Panzer IV or even a Stug. Looks like he wasn't paying attention. They're going to just walk straight into the MD-42. He could maybe pull it off and get the mortar up that's laid on the smooch, and that could get the Grenadiers and suppress Luvnest to keep advancing. Interesting enough, he's still not going for the Jaeger Command Squad. I wonder if there's a purpose for that. But there you go, Mechanized Armor Company, more or less done here for Luvnest and the 5th Mechanized Corps. And there you go, push back the mortar then, part supported by the MD-42, I mean, not mortar. Part supported here by the sniper with 25 kills. Flit. Ooh, got a nasty hit there. Fresh Pioneer squad out there for Talisman, still upon McCall. Luvnest is moments away from the T-34-76. They could actually just go straight for the K1. I mean, the K1 would certainly be a bit more advantageous to have out first, since it's all just going to soak up more fire. Can largely do the same damage as the T-34, but again, it's just tougher to deal with and force a more harsh response from Talisman. So it's a theoretical possibility here for Luvnest to consider. But the T-34-76 will just be faster and have more of an impact now, so both are options. But considering the fuel lead here, K1 I think would just be a stronger choice. We'll see though, what he ends up going with. Conscript up there, Grenadiers are not upgraded. Conscripts are, Grenadiers lose. Talisman, they're finally getting support up. Took them a bit of a while. They can actually go for Stug right away. Luvnest can now go for the T-34-76, but it's not quite displaying it. There we go. I mean, he could also save it up for the K1, but again, a T-34-76 is just faster. Just sometimes having something up fast, having impact is actually quite important as well. So it's certainly also a very, very valid approach. Then machine gun, then a lot of trouble with flamethrower fire and mortar fire, machine gun fire, risking actually a wipe there. Could actually steal it back for himself, but no. He needs 3 holds it away there, just in the nick of nope, got wiped. But there's a chance Talisman grab it, or just Luvnest gets it back. And these are his guys from the west, DP light machine guns. Note here, by the way, he's been using merge to keep the reinforcement cost of his conscripts down, or probably just to keep them on the field fast. Either way, though, that's not a full guard squad, at least in the common sense. So very interesting to note there. Good use of abilities overall by Luvnest. Good use. Got the T-34-6 rolling out for the motherland. Near's pushed back, grabbing the western fuel alternate power, the barbed wire here to make it harder for Talisman to actually hold the point. Maximum supporting, going to do some heavy fire, immediately loses Otto, and Jürgen quickly follows pace into the great big Reich in the sky. And this they almost wrapped up with the T-34-6 Panzer on the way for Talisman. And the 3rd Panzer Division almost got the Grenadiers there. But he dares not continue any further. I mean, he's probably cautious about what Talisman might have, but the reality is Talisman's got no anti-tank weapons at the moment, so in theory Luvnest could be a lot more aggressive with his T-34. But there's also the potential of mines here, and Luvnest is clearly not the chap to just, you know, rush blindly into potential tiller mines. Quick counter check by the Panzers in the east, successfully gets the fuel point saved from being ration, but sadly not being neutral. Bloody neutrals. Panzer 4 though done there for Talisman. The T-34-6 coming down, they should be able to catch the Pioneers. Oh, wrecks the barbed wire instead and the fountain. Sergei, that was precious fountain. You bad, Sergei. Oh, not again. Panzer 4 the pinlock machine on the way. The T-34 providing supported here by some conscripts. Got incendiary pinning rounds being unleashed against the house though. Panzer 4 makes way ahead. There you go. T-34 back in mines going down there from Luvnest. Conscripts and Mac MG42 nearby. Conscripts might want to fall back soon. Bit more mortar fire there. Gas from being rushed off. Luvnest beginning to struggle a bit here with Talisman. Setting up the MG42 to help control the centre against Talisman's infantry, also priming his tank there with medium support. Of course, we've got the sniper here ready to pluck out a few rations. They get suppressed. In these Panzer Grenadiers versus conscripts, the Panzer Grenadiers should have the overall advantage unless the conscripts somehow get close without taking too much damage from the Panzer Grenadiers, which seems rather unlikely. Looks like he's shifting the Panzer 1 to support though, flanking the conscripts behind the heavy cover, sets off a mine and lands a good hit there. Ivan and Pushkin have pushed off. And Luvnest now going for his own artillery, not the howitzer, but he's actually going for a mortar himself. Not a bad choice, though that's the part that one might suspect, you know, he would go for a howitzer at this stage. But a mortar will certainly do a lot of work as well, in particular there's a few smoke screens. T-34 moves up, shoots and bounces over the Panzer IV's armour. Panzer IV quick turning about, this shoots, penetrates. Luvnest could go for another T-34 now, he could set up for the K1, and could of course go for the 85. Katyusha is also a theoretical option. Talisman fighting with a Pack 40, he's taking no chance there versus his opponent. So that there's a circle could easily just bring up two T-34s and then just begin bashing in the Panzer IV with a bit of good luck. More mines here though from Luvnest. He's been laying down a lot of mines. That is good. Quick raid into the centre. We've got artillery ready here for Talisman. The light artillery barrage. Engineers on the other hand are definitely seeing a bit more than the light artillery barrage. They're finding the focus of several Germans and a tank. And the rest here constantly moving up. No Molotovs, so we can actually flush out the MG42 easily, which could allow the MG4 to maybe have a chance of sending opposition rounds. And again, it's quickly suffering out here thanks to the mortar and the T-34, compelling Talisman to abandon the church. More forces moving back and forth here from Talisman's base. In the east, Luvnest trying again for the fuel and the cut-off point, trying to deny Talisman as much fuel as possible. Very good. Luvnest close, going to be able to call in the K1 tank, which again could prove to be a pretty interesting choice here, and then possibly in the good one, since the K1 is pretty difficult to destroy at the moment, unless you get out of like a lot of Stutt or something. So I mean, a K1 here for Luvnest could be in fact a very good choice versus the Panzer IV, and also some of all the other elements. We'll see that. But again, more T-34s would certainly also have an impact. maximum halfway to 50 feet, but there you go, exposed out in the open. It is an immediate target for the Panzer IV, which strikes the fury of 1,000 Reichs. And there you go, Maximus getting obliterated here. Luvnest might have pushed too far with it, and there you go, wipe the line. Talisman and the German arm secure another machine gun for their armories. Though Luvnest still very much control the fuel. And he's going for an HD5 here. I mean, that's the Panzer IV, not a bad choice, but there's a part of me that thinks you should just be pushing out for more armour to just pressure Talisman's infantry, and of course just, you know, hit the Panzer IV with more tanks. I mean, an HD5 versus a single Panzer IV feels a bit overkill. I mean, you're better off actually going for HM6s since they just have more rate of fire and can so easily penetrate the Panzer IV. I mean, you should then 2 HM6s out, which could then put some serious pressure on the Panzer IVs. I feel like more T-34s or K1 here would be a better choice than the HM5. I mean, I could easily be wrong here, but that's just my perspective. Anyway, seeing reinforcement there. Luvnest might want to consider getting out another infantry squad. He is playing as the Soviets, and 3 infantry squads. Could perhaps be a bit low. Then again, I mean, Talisman's only at 3 as well, so. Got the T-34 rolling about halfway to fetching 2. HD5 mobilised here for Luvnest and the 5th Mechanised Corps. And we got the Panzer IV, the 21, but there you go. PTS rifle penetrates the front of the Panzer IV, though they couldn't really do that. I mean, anti-tank mods and most could penetrate the sidearm of tanks. And that, of course, also dropped off as the Germans began using armoured side skirts on the tanks, which actually protected against that. As a fun side note. I mean, even early Panthers were vulnerable to it. In fact, they were so vulnerable that they considered the Panther II project until they realised they could just add armoured skirts to that as well, and that actually fixed the issue. So, yeah, they were fun side note. But they were not particularly good at penetrating the frontal armour of a tank. In fact, they were quite useless. You got artillery called in from Talisman somewhere, looks like up north here. There we go. T-34 being forced to roll back. Here come these engineers. Would he go for another T-34 now? Would he go for the KV-1? Who knows? I mean, K1s obviously at this stage of the war didn't particularly see much usage. In fact, any KV tanks would likely have been the sort of mid-war variant that sort of came about, the KV-85, which used to, well, obviously bigger turret and the 85mm gun from the T-35 and the HD5 to sort of challenge the enemy. I don't think they sort of vastly improved the armour though, but that's sort of it. It was sort of an intermediary between the KV series and the IS series. So a little fun note there. And the KV-85 actually saw usage all up to the end of the war. T-34, the HD5 is going to need some repairs as well. He's got 2 engineer scopes, which is good. Nice deep flank here by Talisman. We're trying to get past Luvnest defenses around the centre. He's not got much there, but he's basically anticipating something. He's trying to play around it. Can't have an impact on the Pioneers, forcing them back, but ultimately the Grenadiers are just too much with the G43s. Grenadiers versus Guardsmen here. They're going to have to fall back. We've got the T-34 from 6 sending out. And mine goes off. That kills poor Otto, but the rest survive. Talisman following up with the 2nd Panther IV. Luvnest is seemingly going for the KV-1. And he's almost got the resources for it. I mean, a KV-1 support by an HD5 would be pretty strong combat. Nope. He goes for the T-34-76. At which point he could head out sooner. Now risks his T-34-76 setting out once the opponent has another Panzer IV. Let's see, 2 T-34-76 by bad news for infantry. High rate of fire, of course, great accuracy. But important to note, his Talisman's not just focusing on one point. He's always trying to push the left flank, and he's trying to secure the centre and the east flank. Of course, he's just not trying to do it all at once, but there's definitely some tactical flexibility from Talisman, which makes it hard for him to be pinned down by Luvnest as well. Allows him to catch Luvnest a bit off guard. Got the HD5 moving up there. T-34-76 almost done. Grenadiers versus Engineers, and there goes 2nd T-34 up for Luvnest. Almost wiping the Engineers in the process, but looks like 1 man, or 2 men actually, managed to escape. Smoke screen down the centre, and I believe that is from. Guess it was. I'm not entirely sure who it was. Either Talisman or Luvnest there, but it looks like Luvnest. quick hit the dirt, then get front of the Pioneers, very good. T-34 striking westward to deal with the German for they're trying to harass and cut off. Pioneers taking losses, Grenadiers as well suffering into the T-34 from 6. Panther 4s need to work together to strike then, the E-5 still remaining in the east. Talisman, though, very rapidly scatters his Panzer Force, decreasing their overall combined firepower, whereas Luvnest seems better keeping it together until he doesn't, and then he splits them up as well. I mean, right now, if Talisman to just move in both Panzer Forces, you could probably have a good chance of taking out the T-34s and 6, leaving Luvnest shot up a tank. Of course, the Arnhem 5 changes that arithmetic. In particular, since Talisman is still operating his Panzer Force independently of each other, making this one just a big fat target. Luvnest just filling up with more T-34s and the 6s, which of course could be another reason he didn't go for the K1 there, just allowed to get a lot of T-34s fast. Betcha 2 hit quickly wipes out a Pioneer squad on the east, making good use of its great anti-infantry abilities, and like it only gets better at Veteran 3, as it can then fight even faster. And of course, it's also great versus armor, but it just makes it even better versus infantry as well, which is rather where the T-34 from 6 excels. But again, versus medium armor in great, decent numbers, they're also pretty good. In particular, the veterans, and again, they just gain a high rate of fire. Talisman could consider Stu to support here. Oh, Luvnest cancelled the T-34. Is he planning for a KO1 now, or is there something else going on with Luvnest? Artillery barrage to support the maximum there, even as it suffers under the violent approach of Luvnest. Push for the centre there. T-34 6 being repaired there. Pentafor here. I mean, both places seem a bit scattered there at the moment. Now they're preparing for a big push. We've got a smoke screen down here from Luvnest to cover up here against the machine gun in the church. We might be him then pop this previous smoke screen. It's good work there. Overall, Luvnest making decent use of his abilities. There you go, tagging the east. T-34, though, some 6 is actually not supporting as well as it could be. When it's actually hanging far back, which means it doesn't get quite the effect of the machine guns. There you go, Gebalteladung. Moves in, then getting the Panzer that is out in the open, quickly cuts apart Rupert. And there you go. T-34 6 versus the Panzer 4. The Panzer 4 taking focus on the infantry line. The T-34 3 shots. Panzer 4 misses. We got Houghton out for there for Luvnest. And there you go, T-34 taking the Panzer 4 down to half health. Penetrating hit there into tank grenade off. That's a good chance of the T-34 take out the Panzer 4. With more armor will support. T-34 misses though. Penetrating hit from the Panzer 4. Misses again. As a fun note, German tank crews were not impressed by the optics of the T-34. There's at least one account where they basically were described as not being that good. Panzer 4 quickly pushes out of there. T-34 almost knocked up, but survives. Actually very close to Veteran 3. Other T-34 being pulled back, and we got the house up. That's going to give Luvnest some serious artillery support. You could of course just also go for more T-34s, and of course there's always the option of that KD-1 tank just to sort of act as a sponge, but also just hurt the infantry and even help most of the tanks. Luvnest there, or Talisman, I mean, close to getting his Panzer 4 there to Veteran 2 and adding some Schutzen. That'll do him a lot of good. His other Panzer 4 is definitely not in a combat worthy condition. Victory points wise though, Talisman's been able to close the gap between him and Luvnest, and there you go, maximum fire. He could use sustained fire here. I doubt he will. It would actually be pretty good as the conscripts, since it's just allowed to do more damage. They can't be suppressed while they're in this situation, so in theory just combining with sustained fire could perhaps give us more chance of wiping them. Although he's really trying there to wipe them, he's really trying. One Panzer 4 fixed, we've got civil fire raining down here. Might be trying to clear out the church to just silence the mortar. We'll see. Well, probably won't see actually. Just we can only make guesses here. Again, considering where he's firing, I'm guessing he's just trying to prevent the church from being utilised. T-34 wing, and they need to pull back the machine gun. That might be too late here. It might be too late. Small approach here by Talisman on the eastern side as well, very good. Moving in a single Panzer without support. Pretty risky stuff. 85 shoots, misses spectacularly. Oh, Good thing, Jürgen, that the Russians can't hit. I heard that. Shut up, Boris. So not the most spectacular inauguration there of his howitzer. Didn't quite have a massive impact there on Talisman and the 3rd Panzer Division. There you go. Almost ace T-34s from the 6. And there you go. It is in fact now an ace. Though you should remember to turn the whole machine gun towards them, since that's part of the thing that really does some serious damage in the infantry. That's the whole machine gun. As you can see there now, the T-34-6 has a high rate of fire. But, he's not quite using as efficiently cameras as the infantry. But there you go, wipes out the Panzer Squad. Needs to fall back, actually. He's just allowing the attack forward to get a lot of free experience off it, which is definitely not the right approach. Howitzer firing again. Something got the mortar, but I'm pretty sure it's not the howitzer. Might have been his own mortar for all we know. We got aerial support there from Luvnest, strafing down on any infantry there. You got 3 Panzer IVs ready here for Talisman. One with the damage engagement, 5 moving ahead here. Luvnest is heading in here, but he might risk getting flanked with the Panzer IV. Talisman sees an opportunity, moves in against the A-85. Panzer IV, number 2 being repaired. In the centre, he's holding the line. Dealing with the comes on the east side, who cleared out his Pack 40. That's been bad news, but still, he's going for the A-85 with the Panzer IV. Can't quite get past there. Go buttoning it up. 2nd Panzer IV, those moving, he's blitzing. He's blitzing. And almost got the Panzer IV, but there you go. Panzer IV, number 2 moves in, takes out the A-85, leaving Luvnest now. That is tank destroyer, and just with 2 T-34s versus 3 Panzer IVs, whereas one of them is virtually 2, and the other one is close to it. Damage engine though, damage engine fixing up the Panzer IV here. Luvnest is fixing up this T-34. Is going to take some time here, particularly since one of the engineers squads is out in the front lines and not back at base repairing stuff. Though both of Luvnest pioneers are not also back at base, you know, can't equal. But there you go, it's almost got his veteran Panzer IV good to go again. Another sweeping push here from the German army. And we go, oh no, he's sending in his ace T-34 with barely any health. Oh, Sika bliad. He's moving in the other one, but his ace is in some deep burst, and there we go, taken out here by the Panzer IV. Also got the Pack 40 up to back up the veteran Panzer IV. So right, there's a big loss for Luvnest, big loss, and one that could have easily been avoided. And there you go, Luvnest surrenders right as the T-34 goes up in flames. So there you go, game over, GG, a victory for Talisman, a victory for the German army. A brutal battle here. Luvnest, I feel like, wasn't quite able to sort of fully take advantage of the tech there at times. And the question is really, shouldn't he perhaps have gone for a K1? The howitzer also felt like a weaker choice, in part because Talisman wasn't that defensive in nature, so the howitzer had less effect versus that. So again, part of me just thinks more armor fast would have a better effect here for Luvnest than the howitzer there. The result was important was just Talisman kept shifting his approach and axis of attack, meaning it was harder for Luvnest to just pin him down and sort of deal with him. So that regard, Talisman was just more flexible and mobile here than Luvnest in many cases. The Luvnest did make good use of his abilities. It was clearly not quite enough on the strategic level. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it. Also, happy birthday to me. So yay that. If you like what I'm doing and you like what I've done across the last year or even years, do consider donating or pledging on Patreon. Links in the video description. This is Imperial Linking. Cheers. Thank you all for watching and hope you have a nice day here on my birthday. I'm off and see you all tomorrow for another exciting episode. Bye.